This is what I think about Jesse Ventura. Jesse Ventura. I didn't know about him until a couple of years ago. As a matter of fact, I saw the movie Running Man in the 90s already back then, but I didn't pay attention to him. He played a very small role in that movie. So, a couple of years ago, as I said, I watched YouTube, and this fellow popped up. He has been in numerous interviews on TV and radio interviews. So I have seen him on YouTube, and he's very interesting type of character. In every single interview that he does, he always has to mention that he was in the army and that he used to be a governor. So, I used to be a Navy SEAL. I fought in Vietnam. I'm the former governor of Minnesota. Okay? So, he thinks that that gives him some advantages over other people in the discussion. If you weren't in the army, that means you're not authorized to debate with him. You're not supposed to criticize him. You're not man enough to confront him. So that's his shtick. That I used to be a Navy SEAL, okay? That's his mantra. He always repeats himself. His experience in the army is a very important part of his appearance, part of his speech, whatever he's talking about. And he's very much into these. He's very much into these conspiracy theories, and that's why I watch him, because he has these crazy ideas all the time. All important events in history are some sort of conspiracy theories, like John F. Kennedy murder. Of course, it was a conspiracy, and especially he's talking very often about the attacks on the World Trade Center. He says that it was an inside job. So my government lies to me. Why should I believe my government when they're always lying to me? You're not telling the truth, okay? That's his way of seeing things, that the government is always lying, is betraying its people. He has this idea that the World Trade Center attacks was an inside job. It was, of course, these buildings, several buildings, they were in control of the Bush family, because they had a connection to these buildings, so they had access to the buildings, so they could go in there and put bombs in the buildings. Probably needed 1,000 different bombs in various places, so they planted these explosives in the building. And then the planes, there were 2 planes, everybody saw that 2 planes crashed into these buildings. Those planes were remote controlled by the CIA, by the government, because the government is lying to the people. Don't believe the government. It was a setup. It was by the CIA or something like that, something along those lines. And I think that it's very far-fetched. How could they put out all these bombs in the buildings and no one ever noticed? Doesn't make sense. Also, the planes. How could they be remote controlled? And where do these terrorists come into the picture? These Arab terrorists like Mohammed Atta and his his friends, all these Arabs. how do they fit into the picture? Were they hired by the CIA to do this? So Al-Qaeda was not involved at all. Does not make sense because, and also the buildings, he says it must have been explosives that had made the buildings fall down, so they collapsed. But see, there's a jumbo jet hitting the building. There's jet fuel combustion, and this burning flames inside there. It's very, very hot. It makes the building, the iron girders, the concrete, it cannot withstand the heat. So the first floor is collapsing. It lands on the floor beneath. So and then it adds a lot of weight to that floor. So that particular floor also collapses, and there's the third floor beneath that. Even more weight is on that third floor, so the weight is constantly increasing. So that makes the building fall apart. It makes sense. And the terrorists actually hijacked the plane. Mohammed Atta and his gang, they boarded the airplane. They had box cutters. They sliced, they cut the staff, the flight attendants and the pilots were attacked. So they took control of the aircraft, and they flew it along the Hudson River, and eventually they saw Manhattan and the World Trade Center, and they crashed the planes into the buildings. So it makes sense. It's simple. So I don't know why this person, Jesse Ventura, how can he have any doubts about this terrorist attack? So I think Jesse Ventura is a strange person, and I don't like him very much because he has this very hostile, it's very hostile towards other people that are debating with him, and he always talks about the army and him being a former governor. So it's interesting to watch, and his crazy ideas. It's very entertaining to listen to his interviews. But I think he's crazy, and I don't believe him. So Jesse Ventura, that's my opinion about you, if you're listening.